Well, it's an interesting day. It's beautiful blue sky over here, and we've got thunderstorms and gray clouds on this side. So I'm not sure if it's going to rain or be sunny this evening, but for the moment, blue sky overhead.
You came out of nowhere that first time. Said you were too tired to walk the line. I said then hold up, precious. I can be a goldsmith and you a nomad or a tailor, and we don't have to follow the rules. Oh, I can do anything when I look at you. Oh, I believe everything to be true. Oh, every little bit of my heart lights up. Oh, can you please tell it to never stop? Now my worried mind seems to fall behind, and I can find time to reflect on where we're headed. The sky's not the limit when I have you by my side. Oh, we can run mad, be free falling, and yet be glad. Oh, I can do anything when I look at you. Oh.
So I just wanted to take you and show you a couple of things in the garden area. This, I guess it's like an old oak wine barrel. It's kind of starting to fall apart, but it's so pretty. My mom gave me, I think, everything in here with the exception of the catmint that's in here. But it's so beautiful. It's this purple flower. These are all perennials, so they'll spread and come back. There's a trumpet vine in that milk jug. I need to like put it in a different pot. I do want to keep it contained because I know they can be super invasive, but it's doing fine in that milk jug for the moment, so I haven't traded it out of there. But yeah, everything in there is doing so good, and honestly it's like one of my favorite things going on out here by the greenhouse right now. It's just so beautiful. Another exciting thing going on in the garden right now is that all of our garlic that we planted last fall, the hardneck garlic, has scapes on it. So I badly need to get in here and clip all those off and figure out what I'm going to do with them. Have a few different ideas. I've never actually done anything with garlic scapes. If you remember last year, we had garlic scapes come on, but at that time our cat Jasper fell out of a tree and busted his hip, and he had to have his leg amputated. And so I spent those few weeks taking care of a three-legged cat and basically just keeping a really close eye on him and giving him meds and everything. So it was quite the ordeal and stressful, and I ended up that was exactly the time that I needed to harvest the scapes, and by the time I got out here they were too woody and they'd passed their prime. So I need to get these harvested, and we'll do something fun with them soon. Speaking of our three-legged cat Jasper, he is right there living his best life. Having three legs has not slowed him down in the slightest. And he's doing good, hanging out in the garden with me. We're right here above the creek, so you'll have to forgive me. The creek is just really loud and there's nothing I can do about that. Anyway, that little Milwaukee chainsaw has just been awesome. It's so convenient when you're doing something like this where you literally need to just cut 2 posts, which these are going to be for the garden fence. We just need to cut these 2 posts. There's no point in dragging out the big Stihl chainsaw. This little guy, you just pop a battery on and he's good to go. We are really loving that little Milwaukee electric chainsaw.
to slow down. Fireplace, do you know how? Piles of paper, my desk is out. Who will care for the world out? Rest with me, close to curtains, brew some herbal tea. Reach out for me, take my hand and lead even when I disagree. Oh, how I love when it rains outside, and it's okay to slow the ride. Discover books I forget about. Who care for the world now? Rest with me, close to curtains, brew some herbal tea. Reach out for me, take my hand and lead even when I disagree.
So I've been coming out here trying to further our fencing project a little bit. Robert has been super busy on other stuff, and so I've been trying to help with this. There are certain things I can do and certain things I can't do by myself, but one thing that I can do is I can dig all of the post holes. So right here, you can see over there, anywhere where there's a chunk of wood laying on the ground, that is where we have our post holes for this last section of the fence that needs completed, and that is really exciting. We put these chunks of wood over it so that if we're walking along here and we're not paying attention, we don't just step in a hole and break an ankle, because they are about 1.5 to 2 feet deep. So anyway, I've been working on doing that. It's a little bit of a difficult project for me. I do struggle with some shoulder issues. I tend to get a lot of inflammation and like tightness in my shoulders. That's where I hold any stress. So I do struggle with that, but I've been coming out just in the morning when it's cool and working on it just a little bit. So just trying to move that needle a little bit with just a little effort each day will get you where you want to go. And then I went and cut down those 2 cedar trees, and I drug them over here with the tractor, which also having the right equipment when you're working on something really is helpful, especially for me. I am not strong enough to move those by myself without having the tractor. So a tractor and a choke chain, and I was able to drag them over here and kind of get us to the next point for this project, which Robert needs to do is he needed to cut those in half. He's trimming down the edges so they're somewhat pointed as we drive them into these post holes. And once we get all of the posts in, all 4 posts, then we can do the cross pieces, and then I can get moving on putting up all of the pickets. So I already have all those collected. In a previous video, you probably saw me stripping those down and getting them all cleaned up. All of those pickets are already collected in a pile over there. So that's really exciting. So we're just trying to slowly move forward on this project until it's finished. everybody knows summertime is crazy, and we're just trying to work our way through some of these projects slowly, little bits here and there, while also not getting heat stroke and still trying to enjoy our summer.
If I wrote you a song, if I got every word perfectly weighted on a thin piece of paper, would it make any difference? Would it change for the better? If I wrote you a poem, if I posted a letter? Is it maybe because I never knew quite where I was, then suddenly you told me, baby, you're lost, but I am too. Whatever the cost, we'll make it through. Tell me you're the one for me now, 'cause what am I supposed to do? If you are not the one for me, then tell me now what I could do. If I told you that I don't know where I'm going, don't know what to say, but I go without knowing. If I told you that I don't know what to believe in, don't know how to pray, but I pray anyway. Tell me you're the one for me now, 'cause what am I supposed to do? If you are not the one for me, then tell me now what I could do. Tell me you're the one for me now. I pray that you believe it too. That you're the only one for me, and I'm the only one for you.
Those green cedars hold a lot of moisture. They're very heavy.
And that is exactly why I could not haul that down here by myself. If it wasn't heavy and green, I for sure probably could have drug it down here. Why would I though when I have the tractor? But those are extremely heavy. It was hard just to lift the end of it to get the choke chain around it so I could pull it with the tractor. So what we did is, instead of pulling back out the braking bar and the, oh, cat fight. Instead of pulling out the braking bar and the post hole digger, again, we just trimmed off some of the bark on this post so that it's smaller in circumference and it fit down in there just fine. So easy, quick fix.
Is it maybe because I never knew quite where I was, and suddenly you told me, baby, you're lost, but I am too. Whatever the cost, we'll make it through. Tell me you're the one for me now, 'cause what am I supposed to do? If you are not the one for me, then tell me now what I could do. If I told you that I don't know where I'm going, don't know what to say, but I go without knowing.
Might have cut him a hair too long. Cut him about 12 foot.
That's okay. If you remember seeing on our last videos, we cut all of our posts just a little bit long because it's hard to know like when you're putting them up. Obviously our property here is very sloped because it's all graded to run down towards the creek because of the amount of water that we deal with, which is perfect. But when you're trying to get like a decent looking fence, it's just kind of hard to know. So last time when Robert was working on the fence, after we got it all up, like once he got the posts up and knows exactly like where he wants them to land, he just used a ladder and the little chainsaw and cut the tops off. So it's really not, I mean, it's an extra step, but it's really not that big of a deal. It's a little warm out here still.
Yes, it is. It is getting very hot during the day, so we're shifting to the siesta midday and trying to work in the evenings. And so we got our posts in, which is awesome. Got them tamped in, ready to go for cross bracing. We're just moving that needle a little bit at a time, and oh my goodness.
What are you doing? That's the three-legged cat. Yeah, all right. Anyway,
So our three-legged cat still likes to climb. He's not supposed to be, but he does anyway, so.
I had a feeling he was because he was laying there and he kept looking up those poles. And I told him, I said, don't even think about it. You're thinking about climbing it. Don't do it. But he waited till we weren't looking and did it anyway. So, anyway.
Anyhow, it is hot. Dede's been working on fence post holes in the mornings over the last few days and finally got poles in. So just one step closer, a couple more stabs at this, and then we'll have it done.
Yeah. So probably what I'll do is in the morning, I might come out here when it's cool. I'm a morning person. I like to come out early when it's cool and there's no bugs. He is not a morning person. He likes to sleep. So he comes out in the evening and works on things. And sometimes I can force myself to come out in the evening and work with him. So anyway, I'm going to probably come out first thing in the morning and I'm going to sort out, I think we need 10-foot pieces for the cross bracing. Yeah, so I need 12 10-foot lengths. So I'll probably do that first thing in the morning before it's buggy and before it's hot. And just kind of get those set aside so we know that those are for the cross pieces and everything else can be used for the pickets. So anyway, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Just a really short update for you today. We do have a lot of stuff going on right now. Some of it is not necessarily here on the property. We just have, it's summertime, so we're trying to spend time with friends and
camping.
family. Yeah, like going camping. So we're spending time with friends and family and enjoying the summer. That does mean we've dialed back just a bit on projects also because it is so hot outside during the day. We're supposed to have temps of upwards of 100 this coming week. So it's just too hot to be out in the middle of the day trying to tackle projects. But we'll just keep you updated with the little things that we're getting done here and there. So thank you so much for joining us. We love having you here. We really appreciate you guys for being here. Take care. We will see you soon.
Bye.